Welcome to this week's edition of Eye on the Eagles. It was an exciting week for Eagle Athletics as the tennis teams and men's golf team added new players to their rosters. With the help of Team Impact, the teams were each able to sign a new player. The men's and women's tennis teams welcomed 9-year-old Zachary Westgate as he signed a national letter of intent on Monday, while 7-year-old Nate McKee signed a national letter of intent to be a member of the men's golf team on Thursday. Team Impact is a nonprofit organization whose mission is to improve the quality of life for children facing life-threatening and chronic illnesses through the power of team. The men's golf team competed in the Panther Invitational hosted by Florida Tech last week. The Eagles finished 10th with a 928. Patrick Bryan was the top finisher for the blue and gold, carding a 227 with rounds of 73, 80, and 74 to tie for 23rd place. The baseball team picked up 3 wins last week. The first was an 8-6 win over Cumberland on Monday. Joey Swinarski drove in the winning runs and got the win on the mound, going 2 for 4 with a pair of RBIs and improving to 2-2 on the year as he struck out 3 in 2 2/3 innings pitched. Then on Tuesday, the Eagles defeated Assumption 9-1. Anderson Velasquez finished the game 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs and 2 runs, recording his 100th hit as an Eagle in the contest, and Tobias Moreno was 3 for 5 with 2 runs, finishing just a home run shy of the cycle. Then the Eagles traveled to Miami for a 3-game series against Barry, falling in the first 2 games 14-5 and 9-7, but winning the series finale 8-4. Joshua Garcia was 6 for 13 in the series with 3 RBIs. Zach Howard was 4 for 7 with 4 RBIs, and Jonathan Camp hit his 4th home run of the year in the win. Softball played in 7 games last week, going 5-2. The Eagles swept American International 4-1 and 2-1 to begin the week. Raquel Bianco struck out 11 and gave up no walks in the second game. Anna Battison was 3 for 4 in the series with a double, scoring 4 runs, drawing 3 walks, and she stole 3 bases. Then the Eagles routed visiting Fisher in 2 games, 24-1 and 23-0. It was a record-breaking performance for the blue and gold as Robbie Zimmerman tied the ERAU career record for strikeouts with 234, striking out 9 in Game 1. Cassidy Simons pitched the first no-hitter in program history in Game 2, while also picking up 7 RBIs, a new program best. She also hit a grand slam in the win. The Eagles scored the most runs in an inning in program history with 13, and also in a game with 24. Haley Lewis also hit 2 home runs in 1 inning for the first time in Eagle history. Then the Eagles traveled to Tampa for a 3-game series, falling 2-1 in each of the first 2 games. Then in the series finale, it took 15 innings, but the blue and gold came out on top 5-4 in the longest game in program history. The women's tennis team had a busy week, going 3-0 in their matches. The Eagles bested Indiana Wesleyan 7-2, Rollins 5-4, and Slippery Rock 9-0. Paula Ortiz-Coder and Anna Gutz were successful in every singles and doubles match they played in last week. The men's and women's track and field teams competed in the USF Invitational last week. Kenny Shrimpton earned a 2nd-place finish in the 200 meters, timing in at 21:62. In the distance events, Callahan Warren placed 3rd in the 1500 meters with a time of 4:02:21, while in the 3000 meters, Matt Graves finished 2nd in 8:45:65. Devontae Persha was the top finishing collegiate runner in the 800 meters, clocking in a time of 1:58:15. On the women's side, Paige Boussard placed 4th in the hammer throw with a personal best distance of 39.55 meters. While in the long jump, Hallie Green Anderson came in 2nd with a mark of 5.47 meters. In the second day of competition, Brianna Butts finished 3rd in the 100 meters with a time of 12.11 seconds. Green Anderson took 3rd place in the 100-meter hurdles, timing in at 14:67. Marina Levine finished nearly 7 seconds clear of the field in the 800 meters, winning the race in 2:16:21. Sarah Edens placed 2nd in the 1500 meters with a personal record time of 4:53:31. Following last weekend's action, Cassidy Simons and Anderson Velasquez have been named Student Athletes of the Week. Coming up this week for ERAU Athletics, the men's and women's tennis teams have a busy week of home matches. The Eagles take on Southern New Hampshire at 10 a.m. on Monday, then compete in a scrimmage against ASA Miami on Tuesday. The men play at noon and the women at 3:30. Then on Wednesday, both teams face West Florida at 10 a.m. Baseball starts early this week with 2 games at West Florida. The Eagles play on Tuesday at 7 p.m., then again at 4 p.m. on Wednesday. The Eagles return home to host Florida Southern in a 3-game series on Friday. The first game is set for 7 p.m., with the series concluding on Saturday with a doubleheader starting at 1 p.m. The softball team takes a break from midweek games before resuming play on the road against Palm Beach Atlantic on Friday at 7 p.m., with a doubleheader Saturday starting at 1. The men's and women's track and field teams also go on the road this weekend as they travel to Conway, South Carolina to compete in the Shamrock Invitational on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Tune in next week for more game highlights and a look ahead at what's to come.